Peace. This is the enemy's public, and I am Bro.Nasir. I want to read something off that I came across that speaks to the double standard that black people, my brothers and sisters, face on a daily basis. Thousands of Orthodox Jewish mourners crowded a Brooklyn street Tuesday night, flouting the city's social distancing rules to mourn a rabbi who died of coronavirus. The mourners packed the road at Rutledge and Bedford Avenue, surrounding NYPD vehicles trying to break up the throng. At its peak, about 2,500 attended the funeral, which started at 7 p.m. and ended at 9 p.m., a NYPD spokeswoman said. Now, videos and photos posted to social media showing the crowd stretching across city blocks. Through several in attendance wore blue surgical masks. Photos show others with uncovered faces. An angry Mayor de Blasio said on Twitter he was so disturbed by the scene that he showed up in person to try to disperse the crowd. Something absolutely unacceptable happened in Williamsburg tonight, a large funeral gathering in the middle of this pandemic. De Blasio tweeted, "When I heard, I went there myself to ensure the crowd was dispersed, and what I saw would not be tolerated so long as we are in a pandemic fighting the coronavirus." As of Tuesday night, no one was arrested or issued summonses for violating social distancing rules, the spokeswoman said. Now, on the flip side, it was some brothers and sisters at a barbershop in New York, about 50 in comparison to the 2,500 that was at the funeral. And everybody at the barbershop was arrested. It's a difference of why the people at the barbershop was arrested and the 2,500 at the funeral was not arrested. The people at the barbershop were black, my brothers and sisters, and the people at the funeral were Orthodox Jews. That's the double standard that I can't stand. De Blasio should have went there and he should have ordered his police department to make some arrest. Now, everybody that was arrested at that barbershop, the charges should be dropped because the back number of the funeral is 450 people more than it was at the barbershop. Yet those brothers and sisters were arrested. De Blasio said, "My message to the Jewish community and all communities is this simple. The time for warnings has passed. I have instructed the NYPD to proceed immediately to summons or even arrest those who gather in large groups. This is about stopping this disease and saving lives." Now, at the same time, you got this Negro vetted coon, Jerome Adams, telling black people that we need to step up and exercise some responsibility to stop the spread of coronavirus. Yet, we have 2,500 people in New York gathering for a funeral of someone who died of coronavirus when we have loved ones that we have lost from the same virus. I have people I know personally who has lost their lives to coronavirus. Okay? And their lives is just as valuable as Mr. Finkelstein, whatever his name is, that has died for coronavirus. The double standard is sickening. And it goes to show you the basic bias of the NYPD, the racism of the NYPD, that they made arrests at a barbershop, which the brothers and the sisters should not have been out there at the barbershop. I just made a video telling my people, when they lift these so-called restrictions, do not just run out there like that. Maintain the same safety precautions that we're doing now to ensure our safety from this virus, because they will tell us to do that prematurely because they told us we can't get it at first. I guarantee you it was somebody trying to ensure that we get it, that we go out there, or we can't get it because of melanin, some type of frozen of a reason. Yet we out there catching it in droves and dying in droves. Now, someone needs to call the mayor out and the NYPD out on this double standard. We shouldn't just talk about it, not amongst each other. We need to talk about it to them, because they're not going to arrest us. And Jerome Adams is not going to call us out and throw black people under the bus for being irresponsible when Jewish people are having a funeral of 2,500 people. And it was another time when it was 3 funerals went on in one day. Jewish people in Brooklyn. And when they went, the NYPD went to break up the crowd was resisting. And nobody was arrested. Yet they got brothers and sisters sitting on the ground in cuffs. But nobody at the funeral was arrested. We feel for our people too. We hurt too. That's why we don't trust the damn police, and that's why most of us don't even like the damn police, because of what they do. I'm not understanding why our people even tolerate this nonsense. I don't understand it. It's sickening. And it's real frustrating. That's why I don't say we should come together, because we're always together. But we needed to devise a plan. A wise man told me, I said this before, that if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And we're constantly on the menu, on the hook. Real dead, hook, line, and damn sinker. And we need to stop the protest. We need to devise a plan of battle against these people. Enough is enough with this nonsense. We get arrested, but people having funerals, some of them had masks, some of them didn't have masks. And then I seen a funeral in Newark, a police officer's funeral of an officer who died of coronavirus. And most of them didn't have on masks. None of them was standing 6 feet apart. None of them. Yet they get to have funerals, but most of us can't even bury our people in a normal manner. But they get to have funerals. From my understanding, the mayor knew about the Jewish funeral. The mayor knew. But he tried to cover his backside by coming out there, because a spokesperson for the Jewish community came out and blew the mayor's spot up and said that the mayor knew about the funeral ahead of time. But we get told, I read it in the newspaper all the time, a funeral will not be had because of the mandate that Governor Murphy has given. We can't have funerals. As a matter of fact, Some of our people are just being cremated quick without even consent from the family. Being cremated. Yet other people get to have funerals for their loved ones. It's a travesty, miscarriage of justice, and it's outright cold. People are already losing their families, can't have a burial, but then they flaunt this in our face, and nothing's done about it. Yet, the change we want is a change we have to make. I guess that until we create our own reality, we gotta perceive the ones that exist. This is the Enemy's Public, and I am Brother Nasir. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.